Drake's security guard seriously injured in a shooting at his Toronto mansion. Kendrick Lamar and Drake is going at it right now. Back to back. Beef. Beef is cooking right now. But I think the beef that's cooking between Kendrick Lamar and Drake right now is a smokescreen. And I think a lot of people are looking in the wrong direction. Hold up. You gotta listen to what I'm saying. Now, when I first got wind of the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, I said, yeah, it's all lyrical, but y'all not paying attention to a couple of things. Let me put you on to something. J. Cole backed out, surrendered, threw the flag in, and said, I want no parts of this. Why y'all think J. Cole said he wants no parts of this? Because for one, J. Cole is maturing. For two, he sees that this is something that's not going to be left on wax. And for three, he got warned. He got warned by people like Schoolboy Q from ASAP Rockies, from the ASAP mob. He got warned like, yo, stay out of that. First of all, right, Kendrick Lamar is not professing to be a gangster. He has never professed to be actively banging anything. He's an artist that does music. Let's put that on record. However, Kendrick is tied up, closely associated, grew up in, and is highly respected amongst. So, there are bangers and writers who will do it to you, if you know what I mean, on the strength of their love for Kendrick, on the strength of their love for the way that Kendrick represents for his city and for his coast. This was shaping up to look like some Tupac Shakur slash Biggie Smalls East Coast, West Coast, but this would rather be like West Coast versus the Six kind of thing, or whatever coast Drake feel like he want to bang. Somebody told, dude, listen man, stay out of it, because it could get ugly for you. And J. Cole, rightfully so, bowed out respectfully. Now, as far as the beef goes with Kendrick Lamar and Drake, I don't think those shots fired at Drake's place had anything to do with Kendrick Lamar. I think, please look in this direction with me. I think it has something to do with the Weeknd. Yeah, that's the smoke screen. So let me take you through a little something so you get a better understanding, right, of the beef between the Weeknd and Drake. Just recently, the Weeknd and Drake were at it. As in, Drake left a diss song, or he made a song, and in the song, he disrespected the Weeknd and the Weeknd's management. And this all stems from where they come from. And it all stems from what could have been, should have been, but wasn't. The Weeknd pretty much says he's glad he never signed to Drake. The Weeknd in the past has said Drake's whole first album, like 95% of it was him. The Weeknd, did it, right? And he knew that he could do great things by himself in the music industry, but I think they said that Drake wanted to sign him as a songwriter. Now, you know, if you're signed to OVO or signed to a label, you're pretty much under the restrictions of the label. The label is not going to allow you to go blow up as a big artist, as a solo artist. So in other words, he'll be able to control him from that angle, right? And then they fell out when he wouldn't do it, but went off to pursue a successful career as a single artist by himself. And the beef there begins. It's like the battle for Canada, the battle for Toronto. To give you an insight on Drake versus The Weeknd, now things started getting a bit nasty not too long ago. In layman terms, The Weeknd's manager's security was just shot recently outside his home. Drake's security was just shot following that outside his home. If you can't see that this could possibly be some retaliation going on, and then we can talk about their religious beliefs, their religion, and it's like Drake is famously Jewish, and the Weeknd's management is famously Arabic Muslims. However, let's get into some of this right here. The Weeknd hints at being unfazed at Drake's diss track with a comical Instagram post, Double XL. On Saturday, April 13th, The Weeknd hopped on his Instagram story and seemingly responded to Drake's alleged diss track, which leaked online earlier that day. On the song, Drake takes aim at The Weeknd, suggesting that The Weeknd and his team are lying about being from Canada and that they court men in a similar fashion as a man would court a woman, like he trying to have sex with her. Now, this is... Here we go. Drake even claims that Amir Cash Esmelian, which is the Weeknd manager, is spending all the Weeknd's money. There's even some digs at Future on it. The lines went like this. Claim the six and boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it. Cash blowing, able bread. Out here tricking. Shit we do for bitches, he doing for niggas. Jets, whips, chains, wicked, wicked, wicked. Spend it like you trying to fuck. Boy, you tripping. After likely hearing that track, The Weeknd posted a picture on his Instagram story of himself laughing while eating some popcorn. Like this is a show. The photo shows everyone that he's simply unbothered by Drake's rhymes, right? Or that's the way he appeared. Then he added fuel to the response by following up with a picture of himself, Metro Boomin, and Future in a photo shot. All the people Drake's supposed to be having issues with right now. Now, The Weeknd then throws a diss track at Drake himself. The sudden hostility from Drake comes right after The Weeknd threw jabs at the OVO leader on Metro Boomin and Future's song called All to Myself. So I guess Drake was responding. Coming off Metro Boomin and Future's new album that's called We Still Don't Trust You, which debuted on Friday, April 12th, 2024. The Metro Boomin produced offering finds Abel throwing shots at Drizzy. Abel is The Weeknd, right? He said that these niggas always yapping. Yeah, I promise that I got your back. This is The Weeknd singing, right? Oh, look at how we moving, baby. Moving, baby. They could never diss my brothers, baby. Future. When they got leaks in their operation, I thank God that I never signed my life away. And we never do the big talk. No, 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 no. They shooters making TikToks got us laughing in the Lambo. Yeah. Their shooters making TikToks and got us laughing in the Lambo. I'm glad I never signed my life away and we never do the big talk. Okay, so boom. After that, news headlines. And the first one is, followed up shortly after, a security guard was shot outside the home of The Weeknd's manager, Amir Cash Esmelian. Now, the beef between Drake and The Weeknd, they're calling names. So you don't have to guess who they talking about back and forth, right? Just like in the Kendrick Lamar beef with Drake, we know who he's talking about now. Because Kendrick says, I'm not on that subliminal diss shit. I'm going to let you know it's you. And Drake's been forced to respond accordingly. Now, I'll give it to them. The beef is pretty interesting. But a lot of people want it kept on wax. Not necessarily spilling over into the streets. And we'll talk about that in a second. Now, on Monday, April 29th, 2024, This you see how the dates line up? This is shortly after reports that multiple 911 calls came near the 101 freeway and White Oak Avenue in Encino, California around 2:30 a.m. The location was outside the home of the Weeknd's longtime manager Amir Escalation, who goes by the name Cash. One of the calls allegedly came from a victim, Cash's own security guard, who had been shot multiple times. He has not been publicly named by authorities. The victim described the suspected shooters, the gunmen, as three men who wore hoodies and they had on surgical gloves and you couldn't see their faces, and that they fled the scene after he got shot multiple times. First responders transported the victim to a local hospital where he was taken into surgery at 7 a.m. in the morning. He's expected to survive, but he was left in serious condition. Investigators said at least 4 people were inside of the Weeknd's manager's home at the time of the shooting, with a security guard outside. These people living this kind of life, all this money that comes with it, and then you got to be extra paranoid. This is your personal home where you lay your head, and you inside with 4 close friends or family members, and you still need a security guard outside your door. And masked men are pulling up to your actual address, and because they can't get in, they shooting your security guard down. I want y'all to understand how dangerous this is, right? Damn. And then, remember, this is April 29th. We are now at May 8th. Yep, we're in May 8th today. The shooting happened May 7th. Peep the news on May 7th. Drake's security guard seriously injured in a shooting at his Toronto mansion. You see? So this could very well be a back and forth between Drake's team and the Weeknd's team. Doesn't have to be from the Kendrick Lamar beef. Drake's security guard seriously injured in a shooting at his Toronto mansion. A security guard at the mansion of Canadian hip-hop artist Drake has been seriously injured in a shooting outside the star's Toronto home. The victim is an adult male, and he was rushed to a Toronto hospital. He is in serious but not life-threatening condition following the shooting early on Tuesday morning. Paul Krowski of the city's police service told reporters on Tuesday that investigators had very little information and they were now studying surveillance footage for leads in this story. The assailant was reportedly spotted fleeing the area in a vehicle that they have no damn good description of. Drake, whose real name is Aubrey Grime, has recently been sparring publicly in a rap beef with California rapper Kendrick Lamar in a series of diss tracks. The police said that we're aware of the tension between the two rappers, but didn't link the high-profile rap beef to this shooting. So even the police is on edge and thinking that this between two rappers, we are aware of the tension, they said, between the two rappers. Now, mind you, in the meantime, Kendrick Lamar just made history because all his diss tracks are going to Spotify, top of the charts, #1 and #2, and also the most copies sold or the most streamed in the history of. It's so early in the investigation, they said, though, that we don't have a motive at this time as to what might have caused this. We're still going around talking to people trying to figure out what this is. In recent days, though, the superstars have made increasingly provocative and unsubstantiated allegations against each other. Kendrick came out and said a bunch of things. Drake shot back that we set you up with false information. And you so thirsty you didn't even care about fact checking the information. We know everything that we sent you. He's claiming I have an 11-year-old daughter somewhere out there. Somebody send her to me. I'll pay you this much money if anybody could find that I have an 11-year-old daughter out there. Similar to what happened with Pusha T. Now Pusha T actually exposed that Drake had a son out there, and then Drake came back and said, I wasn't hiding my son from I wasn't hiding the world my son from the world, I was hiding the world from my son. And some waxed philosophical stuff he said, and then it was revealed that he actually really did have a son. So because Pusha T was right, now people are thinking Kendrick might be right as well. However, Drake shot back and said, we fed you that false information. We even thought of giving you a location and a name and all that other stuff just to watch you go on a crazy goose hunt, but it ain't really real. Now, Kendrick Lamar's most recent track, Not Like Us, features a satellite image of Drake's 50,000 square foot mega mansion, the same property that was cordoned off by the police, by police tapes after Tuesday's shooting. I'm going to say that again, though. Kendrick Lamar's most recent track, Not Like Us, features a satellite image of Drake's 50,000 square foot mega mansion in Canada, and it's now the same property that was cordoned off with police tape after Tuesday's shooting. But here's the thing. We've seen footage of that mega mansion before. Many times. There are many pictures of it online everywhere. So it's not like Kendrick Lamar leaked a location and shooters were able to find it. It was there all along, right? And for sure, The Weeknd and The Weeknd's management team knows exactly where the hell that mansion is located at. Now, the ongoing dispute between Kendrick and Drake, which had made headlines, has benefited at least one local business in Toronto, they says, after Lamar, a Pulitzer Prize winner, referenced the Chinese restaurant, Nu Ho King. The owners of that restaurant said business has tripled since. I think it's one of the oldest Chinese restaurants in the six, and it's been established since the 70s. Kendrick recommended, did not disappoint. Man knows good food and excellent service, wrote one person. Now, end of the day, this whole rap beef stuff, we've always had this in hip-hop. Hip-hop has battle rap right now. And if you go on YouTube and pull up battle rap, classic battle raps, just do it. You'll see battle raps are known to be disrespectful, downright dirty. I mean, they'll drag your mama upside down, put a hole in her head, beat your kids unconscious, rape your wife. Like, it's that disrespectful. But I think I've only seen like one rapper punch another rapper in the face. There's never been any gunplay in this battle rap thing. You know, so the idea that people cannot beef on wax and leave it on wax, man, we can do it. However, history shows that it can also get violent. And we can use the biggest example there's ever been, which is Biggie Smalls and Tupac Shakur. And it might not have been Biggie Smalls that shot at Tupac Shakur or Tupac that shot at Biggie Smalls, but the entourages, the teams, the cities they come from, the coast, it can get ugly. So this whole Kendrick Lamar, Drake beef stuff, I don't think it has anything to do with the security guards being shot outside their home. I think The Weeknd and Drake is a more closer look at what's happening with somebody being shot outside Drake's home, not what's going on with Kendrick. But the situation with Kendrick and Drake can go in that direction as well. Hell, man, at the end of the day, you beefing with so many people, you don't even know where the shot's coming from. That's what's going on right here. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. Do you think that Drake and Kendrick, their beef is what caused the security guard to be shot outside of Drake's house? Or do you think that I might have a point that the beef with The Weeknd and Drake is what had the security guard shot outside Drake's house and the security guard shot outside The Weeknd's manager's house just a week or 2 weeks ago as well? I'll catch y'all on the next video. I'm paying attention. I'm enjoying the beef. I was about to do a word-for-word review, but I'm seeing something that I don't like. And the last thing we need is people dying behind words being exchanged on wax. Make hit records. Make it a diss record that also could play in a club or also could play in the car at loud decibels. But don't go killing each other over words. Word. I'm out. Peace.